Go Juice!
What's up, Go Juicers? Is Falchion with you once again. And first, let me apologize. I know from me, you usually expect to find Fallout 4 gameplay, but unfortunately, my capture card crapped out on me this week, and so I was unable to capture any footage from either of my systems, and that's where I play Fallout 4. Fallout 4 is on my Xbox One. So Gherkin said that I could show you guys my newest toy, my latest toy, and that is American Truck Simulator. And I know you're thinking, why? What is the appeal of this game? I don't know. to be perfectly honest with you, I don't know why, but I really enjoy this game, and I apologize if it looks kind of weird. OBS just does not record very great for me, so yeah, I gotta figure out a different way to record from to capture PC recordings. And if any of you know of anything, please do let me know in the comments. I could really use some help on that front, because yeah, this doesn't even look 1080, and it definitely doesn't represent what I see when I play the game. It's a beautiful game, beautiful graphics. It's a spin-off of Euro Truck Simulator 2. This one, of course, is set in the United States. More specifically, currently, it is set in California and Nevada, with Arizona to be DLC here really soon, as I understand it. But I guess, really, if you're talking to me, one of the major appeals, if I'm to be a little more on the serious side, is that it's a sim, and I love that. Oh, I can't believe I just got a ticket. I couldn't have, I was barely speeding. That gets me. But I am a huge fan of sims, flight sims, racing sims, truck driving sims, and it's a relaxing game for the most part, except for when you get a ticket like I just did. But no, really, it's a relaxing game. It's a game where I'm not competing, I'm just trying to get my cargo from point A to point B on time and undamaged, and it's actually cool. It's just like driving around in the real world. That's always been something that I did to calm my nerves. Like if I was upset or something, I would just go hop in my car and go for a ride. Even to one point where I was so upset one night that I drove from Virginia, where I lived, to New Hampshire, got out, made and threw a snowball, and turned around and drove home. So, driving, for the most part, calms my nerves. I did just do 3 cross-country drives from Virginia to Arizona, then from Arizona to Tennessee, then from Tennessee back to Arizona. So that was a lot, and it was all really close together within the span of a couple of months. So that was maybe a little too much at the time, and if you hear me talk about that, I'm complaining most of the time. But overall, I do enjoy just hopping in the car, going for a drive, listening to the radio, and it calms me. And so that's what this game does for me, and I guess for me that's the actual appeal. But a lot of people saw me playing this, on Steam or what have you, and that's their big question: why would you just want to drive a truck around? And I can't say anything cool like I've always wanted to be a truck driver, because I never have. I know I'm not the coolest thing, I guess, from my childhood, and as far as trucks go, is driving past them and doing that little arm motion so that they would blow their horn. But that's about it. Other than that, I never actually gave any big rigs any kind of a second thought. But this is fun, and on this one, I'm just taking a short little hop, just to show you guys, and mostly to stay within Gherkin's time frame. I definitely normally do longer hauls, like at least 900 miles. So this little, 50 or so mile haul is just, yeah. But yeah, this game is on Steam if you're interested. It's $20, $19.99 or whatever. Like I said, they're planning, a lot of DLC, with the first to be the addition of Arizona, which is also, that's another thing that's appealing to me with this title, is to be able to, I'd love to see how accurate they get with the roadways in an area that I know. Not that I know Arizona all that well. I've only lived here for a few months, but I want to see if I can get down, because I live pretty decently close to the interstate, and from where I live in Tucson, Arizona, like I live smack in the middle of the desert. I literally live in an oasis in the desert, and to get to anywhere, I have to jump on the interstate. So I am curious to see how they model that, and if it's familiar in any way. I know they can't model things like 1-to-1 or even close to being 1-to-1, but I am curious to see just how close they got. But like I said, it's on Steam, $20. You don't need anything special. You could drive it with a mouse and keyboard if you so choose. But at the very least, I would advise a controller. And I'm sure if you're gaming on PC, you at least have a controller, even if you very rarely use it. I personally use a wheel and pedal set, of course, and track IR, which is why you can see me looking around, and it looks like me looking around because I actually am. So if like you seeing the camera look to a weird place, it's probably me looking down at a control that I have in real life, not something that's necessarily in the truck. But oddly enough, while a lot of people do question like why I play this game, it was the top seller on Steam for a while, like for that first day at least, and I think even today, which is the next day, it's like the number 2 seller on Steam right now. So a lot of people enjoy it, and like I started playing Euro Truck Simulator, and I couldn't make runs without getting in a lot of trouble as far as like tickets and everything, because the laws in Europe differ so greatly. It's weird, and it's funny because this past weekend, just before the game released, I was watching people that had early access. Oh boy, here we go. So this is going to be half the video right here, because the worst thing for me is parking these trucks. I can't wrap my head around it. So get ready for some Austin Powers type stuff. But like I was saying, I was watching some early access people streaming over the weekend, and they're all from Europe or that region, and it's funny, all of them had the same, I don't even know what term to use, like excitement, surprise maybe, that here in the US you're allowed to turn right on red. To a person, everybody, and I watched 7 different people play this game, and to a person, all 7 of them harped on how we here in the US are allowed to turn right on red. Like, I really didn't think it was that big of a deal. And I remember actually doing it once on Euro Truckers, or Euro Truck Simulator 2, and I got a ticket for it, and I thought maybe it was just a game, but I guess it's actually the law that in Europe, in like Great Britain or whatever, well, of course not in Great Britain because they drive on the other side of the road, but in Europe in general, it's illegal to turn right on red. So, and it's just funny the cultural differences that playing these games, not just these trucker games, but just all games. It's one of the great things about gaming, right? You get to meet people from all over the world, and you get to talk and you form friendships, and you learn things about other cultures. Alright, Plink and Gherkin might disagree because they just hate everybody. Like, everybody. They hate me, but they tolerate me. I don't even know why, but maybe it's because when I moved to North Carolina so many years ago, a lot of people mistook me for Plink, and so they felt like they had to give me a chance or something. But yeah, I'm gonna try and park this truck, guys, because I am definitely having a really hard time. And this is what happens when you don't drink your juice. This has been Falchion, and I'm out of here. Later.
You better drink your juice.